Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chrissy Seaton. Today we're just going to have another look at a different head wrap technique or hair covering technique, which can be used for any woman for any reason unique to them or that they please to use head covering for. So this is sort of what I call a quick and easy bit of a demonstration of a couple of things you can do when you're in a hurry or perhaps don't have a lot of time. And secondly, I would say that I always look at the colours I'm wearing that day, just something that tones in with it. Depends on what you're doing. You might be going out to the shops later and you want to just dress for the day and be able to go and pick the kids up, do whatever. So, you know, perhaps tie it in a little bit, tone it in some places to what you're actually wearing. Next thing, you want to style it. What style do I want? Do I just want something simple and straightforward, or does it need to be elaborate with trimmings, etc.? Then you've got to consider the functionality. It's going to have to stay on all day. I don't want to be worried about it slipping, going sideways or anything like that. So I've got to consider that. And the second thing is stayability. Is it just actually going to stay on my head, or is it going to go all the way over there and sideways and change shape and everything like that? So it's colour, style, functionality and stayability. So these are just a couple of options I'm going to give you today very quickly. So I have, just show you, I have just got my hair in a top knot thing with a scrunchie. I'm going to put a non-slip headband on now. Now these, I've done previous videos, so you know where you can purchase some of these on Amazon, etc. There's different places, and they're grippy. They've got a two-sided grip to them, so they're designed to stay on the head and then also keep the scarf in place. So here's what I do. I just have I got that? Make sure I've got it. There we go. So generally speaking, that depends on the style or the brand you buy, but they come with instructions. So I'm just using the camera here as my mirror. So I'm going to just put the non-slip headband on. Now this is probably the most essential part of your how shall I say, functionality and stability, because it grips to your hair and also the scarf will grip to it as well. So you've got stayability. Mine hair is long. If you have short hair, then you don't have to worry about it. You just scoop it up there, so that it's not hanging out, depending on what style you're using. I'm just going to start off with this simple, try and find it here. This is just a simple scarf that's kind of in keeping with the colours I'm wearing today. Just very briefly getting it in half. There we go. So I'll just do a basic wrap here just to cover my head and give some coverage. The foundation wrap, I suppose you would call this, the foundation piece. Just scrunch it up at the back, cross it over like that, bring it around, and I'm just going to you will have two shorter pieces like that. And let me just, these will be the folded over bits. Remember in previous videos I said how about you fold some over. This is a very wide scarf, so I have held a lot over. And I usually, if there's one a little bit longer or shorter than the other, I usually wrap with the shortest bit first. So I'm just going to do a real basic wrap. Now I'm not looking too much into the mirror, as you can see. My mirror is the camera. But just bring it over like that, stabilise it a bit, grab it, you know, we'll all get your own useful ways of doing this. And so that I then tuck in there in that little pocket. There we go. Pocket, and that naturally, and when you're using non-slippery fabrics, like these are cottons, organza type of things, they tend to stay in place, not like a silk scarf perhaps that would run all over the place a little bit. So here we go, here's another one, go over. This is just your basic foundation wrap. I'm not sure if that looks, again, I've got a little bit of glare coming in the mirror too, in the, so I'll just try and check that that's, yes it is. Poke that in the pocket there. Now that feels, for me, that feels fairly stable and secure. If I was doing this just with my mirror, I'd do a double check. So that's your foundation wrap. Now you could just leave it at that if you wanted to, and that would stay on all day. It won't slip. It's, you know, forward or back. And even if you were worried, you can always put a couple of little, I use these hijab pins a lot. You might just think, oh, it might just slip out there. So, you know, just pretend that you're worried about that bit there. Well, you could just stick a little pin in there, not to hurt your head. And you, oh, now I'm confident that little bit won't come untucked. So little things like that, little feel. Now, what am maybe I want to add a little bit of trimming. So, okay, I found a scarf here that's got some of these colours, these nice neutral colours and a bit of contrast. So I might just twist a little bit around here like that, and I might just sort of get it kind of, oh, I suppose that's about halfway. I'm reaching out of my depth here. So I might want to do a little twist here, or I might want to bring it down there. Then I might double turn around again like that, and I want to tuck that in somewhere. So I'll tuck it in there, and then I might want to kind of do something like this, just a little twist down there, leave the end out, and I've got a little sort of butterfly clip here that I could just put in there like that, and then I can fan all this out, fan that out if I wanted to, or I could completely get rid of that and just tuck that tail in. I'll just adjust that if I wanted to. Tuck it in behind there, the tail, and just have an interesting piece here sticking out. Now that is non-slip fabric for both of them. I can't really see. You might be able to see that. So I've got a little bit of interesting stuff here. It could be further over into the centre or to the side. It's functional. It's a little bit of interesting point. I'll just turn around now. So that would stay on. And now I can tell you that's very secure. I'd be confident to go out on a windy day, anything. I know that that's not going to slip. Give it a little bit of a twist there. It will stay in place. And it's just got a little bit of something interesting, simple to wrap, colour coordinates quite nicely. And then I'm happy with that. Or let's just undo this. Take that down, get rid of that. I might want to do something. I've got another scarf here that's a little bit heavier weight, but I might want to do something with that. So this is kind of tones in. It's a richer pink perhaps. Now I'm just going to, I fold them like that into the centre, the two bits there. And then I just twist like that. Now, the idea is that don't try to be perfect with every seam that you've got or every edge. You can be a bit haphazard, a bit looser, a bit tighter. It just depends. So I'm again going to do something a bit different. I'm going to tie a knot there, and I might tie a knot there. So I'm going to pull all that down like that in a sort of a thing there. Then I'm going to twist, keep twisting at the back there. And then I could come up this way, or I could come up this way if I so desired. I think I will go this way, and I could just keep tucking and go under there. Tuck that in there. There's a pocket there. I may have got a few tassels out if I had, because I can't see at the back, but I could secure that like that. And then I could use I would like to just secure that a little bit, so I would be inclined to do it with either, these are just big hair clips, so I would be inclined to just put a big hair clip thing there, gather in a bit of that, and with colour coordinates, and that kind of, by nature, I kind of feel that's quite stable on me. Again, if you were a little bit concerned, you could pop a pin in here somewhere. I feel that would hold all day for me, but you might like to put a hijab pin in there, and you could do that. So I'll just show you now. Now again, remember, I haven't got the benefit of a two-way mirror, so I may have a little few bits of threads hanging out there, but you would be able to check that. So this is what I mean about, colour coordinate if you want to. It might not be necessary. A style that you're comfortable with and not going to feel you've got to be touching and adjusting all day. If it's windy, if you've got kids and all that sort of thing, you want something that you can just, yep, it's all right, it'll stay in place. So these are the sort of things, the stability, all that. You've got to be comfortable in your head covering. It's got to be practical for what you intend to do for the day. Just as if you don't want tassels, you could just turn that around the back too if you wanted to get rid of those altogether, if you didn't want those hanging down. You've got little kids on your hip, everything goes in their mouth, you probably wouldn't want those. But anyway, this is just another example of what you can do quickly that'll hold together all day, that you'll be comfortable in, and you can go about your business as you wish without having to worry about your hair or whether your head covering is going to come off. Same applies for women who are having chemo, etc. You would just I would bring that first scarf just down a little bit lower, cover your hairline completely, and you can adjust it the way you'd like or make up your own design. It's not hard. It just requires you sometimes to set aside a few minutes and say, I'm going to get in front of the mirror and I'm going to have a bit of an experiment and grab out your scarves and things and see what's what. And these non-slip type of ones are good, these cottony, linen-y type, pashmina types. But there are ways you can make your own scarves in very affordable cotton sort of fabric, and to suit an outfit. You may be going to a wedding or something and you want to have a bit of coordination between your head covering and the outfit you're wearing, and there's lots of ways you can do that and look absolutely stunning. And maybe we'll do some videos on that another day. In the meantime, ladies, have a great day. Be proud and cover your head if you want to. For whatever reason, you can do that. In the meantime, please take care and God bless.